Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like life is just really hard? And as much as you want to be at a place of peace, it just doesn't feel like you can get there on your own. You don't know what to do. And you think, well, if I can just change the circumstances, if I can change this person, things will get better and I'll be at peace. And you might work really hard at that, but those are all things outside of your control. So it makes it really hard. Colossians 3 talks about setting our hearts on things above, setting our minds on things above. What does that mean? Well, when Carter, my youngest son, was 4 years old, he had a little tuxedo that he was very proud of. He wore it to a wedding. It was this cute little tuxedo that he wore to this wedding, and he got a ton of attention that day at the wedding. And so that became his favorite outfit. So for every occasion he could come up with, he would ask if he could wear, he didn't know how to say tuxedo, so he asked if he could wear his caseto. Well, one day a man at our church passed away and we were going to go to his funeral. And so I said, hey, Carter, can you go in your room and get dressed? We're going to go to this funeral. And he said, okay, can I wear my caseto? And I said, sure. So he went in his room and he had his tuxedo on and he's putting on his shoes. As I walk in the room, he looks up with the biggest smile on his face and he said, I am so excited. And I said, why? And he said, because this man died and went to heaven and I've wanted to see heaven for so long and we finally get to go. And I realized in that moment that Carter didn't realize, of course, he was 4, he had never been to a funeral before. He didn't realize that we were just going to do a celebration of life. He thought we were actually getting to go to heaven that day to see heaven, and he was so excited about it. And I just think of that childlike perspective. He had his mind on things above, not on the earthly things. I was focused on the sadness of the situation. He was focused on heaven. And sometimes in our situation, we need to zoom out and get a big picture perspective on what's going on. So when you don't know what to do, put on your little tuxedo, think about a big picture perspective. Do the things that you know Christ would want you to do in this situation. If your old self has passed away, you've put it to death, what are the new things he's wanting to do in you? Act that way. Walk in forgiveness, walk in love, walk in grace, walk in humility. And the peace of God will come into your heart and you will achieve peace.